What's going on, guys? Michael here from 3D Print Everything, and today I've got a further update for you. Look at that, maybe I'm being a little consistent with videos. But I just wanted to, yesterday I kind of gave a update on, where I was at and how I kind of got up to where I was today. And today I'm going to talk about some of the future stuff that I've got planned and where we'll hopefully be going here shortly. So as you can see, just got haircut. How's it look, guys? Comment down below if the haircut looks good or not. I think it looks okay. Need to trim up the beard some, but we'll get that taken care of a little later. Okay, so just got a call from my business partner in Aqua Capital. So most of you don't know, but I had joined one of my customers that came into 3D printing. Ended up asking me about some of the subwoofer stuff I've done that some of y'all have seen videos of in the past. And he talked about some of his past with sound systems and doing festivals and whatnot. And he does project managing. So I think this is actually the first time I'm mentioning you, Andrew, on social media, or at least YouTube. But congratulations to the internet, or welcome to the welcome to the internet. That's what I was trying to say there. But yeah, so Andrew ended up becoming a good friend of mine, and after a couple of months, he's like, "Hey, look, I'm putting together a company of 5 guys. We're looking for a 4th or 5th guy, and with your type of connections, I think it'd be a great fit." And it was kind of interesting, but to start off, there was nothing being asked of me other than if you want to work together and have help on stuff that you're working on. Then we can do that, and we would focus on stuff outside of 3D Print Everything. So this is its own entity, and we did actually. I've got that company its first job that we ran through it, and we've got plenty of other bigger jobs that we've been bidding on and working on to do that. Aqua Capital is mostly a project management company where it so Andrew is a master scheduler and now director, and going for director/CEO positions. So he he's someone who knows how to get a project done on time and under budget, and communicate with the investors and the owners, and then all of the contractors below, and make sure that everything is in line and everyone is doing their job and happy about it. So he's got a lot of really cool stories, and we've actually had plans on doing interviews. So maybe I can get back to him about doing that, and we can have a different channel where we talk about just project management stuff. But anyway, so I joined Aqua Capital. And one of the goals of Aqua Capital was to also have smaller companies underneath it, and to really grow as an entrepreneur with multiple companies. And that way, if we've got 3 or 4 companies with 5 guys, if one of them is ever not working, or if one of them needs or wants some investment to grow, we've got other arms that can kind of pick up the slack or then invest into those new opportunities. So one of the first opportunities we're going to do is Legacy Luxury Auto. Auto detailing. So this will be a luxury detailing service. We're going to open our first location in Frisco, Texas, and we will have we're gonna have high-end detailing services for mostly premium cars and luxury and exotics. So we're gonna try to focus on the luxury, or on the exotic market there. Because me and Andrew both have some really good detailing skills, and we also know some really good detailers. Oh, someone's trying to call me. Stop that. Just a scam call too. Anyways, so that's going to be the company that's going to be opening at this new location in Frisco. And for the past about 4 months, we were told about 4 or 5 months ago that we would be able to move in there. At least 3 months ago, we were told, hey, like, this is, your expected date is 3 months ago. And then, like, when that came and went, it was like, oh, well, we're just waiting on this, and we're just waiting on this. So we're getting a building that is one of like 30 or 40 different units, and it's a brand new building. So the city has to inspect all of the units before they approve before any one person can move in. So we've already secured our spot there. It is a really poppin' spot. It's in a really, really nice area, high-end area, and it's going to be a high-end shop. So that's all exciting. Now, where this pertains to 3D Print Everything, why I'm talking about it, is that is going to be our new shop location as well. So we're not only going to have our luxury car, exotic car detailing service, but we'll have at least 2 rooms, and from my understanding, like a 20 by 30 and potentially a 30 by 60 space upstairs. So there'll be a downstairs office and an upstairs space for me to put all of my 3D printers and run them. And I mean, realistically, guys, like, how much space am I taking up right now? Like, 1 shelf, 2 shelf, big printer, practically a 20 by 30 would be fine. So at least for this space, but I do need room to grow. I can't double what I have right now and fit it in this garage without removing everything else. And where I'd almost be down to do that, I really, ideally a storefront is better than a garage. And especially in this area. And there will, hopefully be some cross business there of, someone comes in to pick up their part or something and they might be in a nice car. There's plenty of my customers that have picked up in really nice, cool cars or been a part of a cool car community. So if they can get their car detailed there, I'm not expecting there to be a lot of cross from 3D Print Everything to the detailing service, but there might be. But I am expecting a lot of the people who get their car detailed, when they see a bunch of cool 3D printers over there, to get curious. And if we're giving away 3D printed items, maybe 3D printed, car smell goods or clips or something like that we might pin something in. We'll find some way to integrate 3D Print Everything into some of the customers at Legacy Luxury Auto, and that'll be some good, cross business right there. And on top of that, with what I've been doing with the subwoofers and everything, my ultimate goal with the space is to line all of the walls with sound deadening panels. So the acoustic panels, and that'll help with the acoustics of the place, especially with pulling vehicles in and with playing any music. And then we're going to spray the black 2.0, that Vanta black, the blackest black paint, that stuff that gets really dark. We don't have to get the most expensive stuff. I'm not trying to coat it entirely, but I just want to spray like a nice coat over those panels so that when you're looking at those panels, it just looks like a void. That's my goal. And I want to call the space the void. And then in front of those panels, we'll have some LED lights, probably either in a hexagonal or vertical pattern, that'll be RGB. So we'll most of the time have white, what is it, like 6,000K going through it. But then, if you bring in a red Camaro and you want to have this cool red lighting or something, and take some neat photos in this void-looking place, we can then turn on, like 1 wall, 2 walls, all walls, change the color of it, fade the color of it, do some videos of it all in rainbow, So I want to make it not only a place that you want to get your car detailed at, but a place where you want to get just photos of your car, and maybe even offer that, just like, hey, look, if you want to come out and rent the space for an hour to do a photo shoot or a video for a music video, we could do some cool effects in this void, kind of make it almost like an event space if possible. And with that, we will have our sound system in there. So we're going to put a full Soundfinity sound system in it. Hopefully I can make that our demo place. I'm afraid that we might have way too much bass to ever turn it up to its full potential, but we can definitely give people the effect of how deep and clean it is, and boom a little bit, and probably always have some pretty good music playing through it, which will also keep a really high morale for anyone there. It'll be really impressive for people who come in and are like, why does it sound good? When I used to play the sound system at my last location, people would just walk in off the street and be like, what's going on here? Like, this sounds amazing. Like, I heard it from across the street, and now I'm just curious. This location might not have that many walk-ins from just people walking down the street, but there might be people from around the business or other businesses around that will see that friendly environment and that cool environment and definitely want to come in and hang out. So I just got news, I've been waiting for forever, that final inspection has been passed and certificate of occupancy will start being given out like next week or the week after. So I think I'm on the final week to 2 week stretch officially of being able to get the keys to this shop and move my business over there. Now, this is in Frisco and I live in Fort Worth, so it's going to be a long drive for me to make it out there and actually staff this place compared to like what I can do just here at my house. But I did do a similar thing when I was at White Settlement, and White Settlement wasn't as far away. Ideally I want to have 2 locations, or multiple locations, I'm hoping that it'll look like something like for 1 to 3 months I might actually go up there and staff that location myself, and then when I can see that it's making enough money and we're getting enough of a successful business from having that location and publicity and all of that, because that's when I'm gonna actually start advertising. So I've been ready to kind of market and advertise for a little bit, and my Google page right now is not super optimized because of the South Lake location that I'm using. I'm using a private office, or one of those rentable office spaces. So I picked a luxury one, a really nice one. But I have my business location there, and I can use their office space to meet people. But there are a handful of walk-ins that just show up to the shop or to the location, and since it's a shared office space, they're like, oh wait, there's no 3D print everything here, like the business name is just here. I know there's a handful of people that are like, that's not professional, and have left. So that stinks. I've gotten plenty of calls of people like, hey, I just got out of your office and they said you're not in, so I'm calling you. And most of the time it's just people that don't understand. They can just email me files, and sometimes it's people showing up being like, here's my 3D printer, please fix it. And in my garage, if this was my business address, I don't have room to just take in a bunch of people's repairs right now, but I do plan at this new location that I can do that. Printer repairs might be enough alone that if I decide to start taking them in on a regular, that if someone is not actively talking to a customer that's walking in the door, they can be repairing a printer and make enough money off of that to justify keeping them on as an employee. So I'm really excited for this. This hopefully can be the push to get enough business to double or triple the amount of printers that I currently have, as well as get an employee, and hopefully have multiple regular sources of income, so that I can then pump money back into any one of these ventures, as well as take care of other things that I wanted to, like just saving any in the first place, going on vacation, at all, or a little bit more often than we do. We do have our occasional vacations, but I could use a little bit more time off for how much time I do spend working, and knowing that the bills just are going to stay paid instead of having to juggle which ones get paid. So anyways, that's what's kind of on the future here. So if you've been following the channel, I do have a lot of cool stuff that I'm ready to do in the future. And if you didn't see the last video, I am getting on TikTok more often, so if you're interested in just following my content specifically, what I'm posting on TikTok, Michael Unofficial, is more just me, or me personally, and I'll be hopping in lives. I mostly just do lives, so I'm not making a lot of content that you can watch there, but if you want to follow me, it'll ping you when I go live, or you'll see me if you're cruising. But yeah, I got that going, and otherwise orders are coming in regularly. We're providing really good parts for people. Customers are happy about everything so far. So I just looked over at a part that I meant to have shipped this morning, so I'm going to go ship that right now, and we will have more videos coming soon. I'll have more actual informational videos, useful information about printers, that should actually pull higher views rather than just these update videos for the people who just kind of follow the journey here. But yeah, just want to let everybody know that being in debt and working hard is not the end of it all, and that even though everything kind of sucks right now with the economy for certain things, consistency is important. Like I said in my last video, just try to be consistent in what you're doing, even if that's if that means working and finding better jobs. When I was working the hourly life, I didn't stop at any one company for a very long time, because I was constantly looking for better working conditions and higher pay. So as you're building experience, 3-6 months into one location, if you're working the hourly life, definitely consider your skills, consider getting a serious raise, or change in benefits, or just start applying to different places, or look at side gigs, look at pick up 3D printing. The point of this channel was to kind of be a video format of what I made with the Facebook group, to be a place to find good information for 3D printing, that could help you have a good time 3D printing and make money with your 3D printers. So that's kind of the the end all thing there, and then it kind of morphed into just following my journey, which in turn lets you see kind of the experience of trying to run your own business like the way I'm doing it, and hopefully I give you advice on either doing it better or doing something else that isn't as burdensome and as stressful as this job. I think I've got a really good flow now and understanding of everything, and with the new printers, that took a lot of the stress away. Honestly, like the bamboo probably took 60% of the stress of the job away, because printers failing and breaking was a big part of not being able to meet rush deadlines, not being able to have time to do things because you're spending hours a day fixing one printer after the other. I literally took a fleet of like 25 printers and am getting the same amount of work done with practically 6. And it's mostly just because those 6 stay continuously running. And if I can run them literally 24/7 versus 25 that are constantly down and having to jump between which job gets done when some break or when it doesn't work, it's just been a big help. Anyways, but aside from that, I've been able to optimize a lot of other stuff, as well as changing the pricing structure some, and just understanding a lot better what jobs to take and what not to take, and how to price things accordingly. It's honestly better, and this is an important lesson for anyone. It's better to turn down a job that you can't do than to take the money because you need it and fail at the job, and then either have to redo it or be on the line or be on the hook for a refund. You'll look more professional if you turn down a job that just isn't possible, or you tell the client that they just didn't give you enough time. In this business, a lot of those jobs just come down to time. And if it looks like you can get it done in a week, but stuff might fail, or there might be an assembly problem, or that parts aren't fitting, that's where some of the jobs have bit me and really hurt. And having high morals and upstanding and trying to do the right thing, it can end up costing you and your company a lot to try to preserve those relationships, and not just telling them to F off when you screwed up and it's all your fault. You do the job right, you apologize, you fix it, you figure out where it went wrong. But that costs you time and money, so you gotta really weigh all that. And it's a lot easier in my opinion, if you can just have 50 printers printing the same thing and you're selling them on Amazon or something like that, and just dealing with fulfillment and shipping. Doing what I'm doing is probably one of the hardest things to do in 3D printing, because every single job is unique. Every single job has its own challenges. There are plenty of jobs that can come across semi-easy, and that you can knock out easy, but literally the vast majority, probably 60 to 70% of the jobs that I have today, like, I only complete them quickly and the way that the client needs them, because of years and years of experience and changing the way that I view things and do things. I used to really ask customers, what filament do you want? What, this and that, and try to get from the customer what they need. And now it's much better to just ask the customer how they're using the part if they didn't specify material initially, and then suggest them a material and choose it. Don't give them, a price breakdown of PLA, PETG, PC, SLA, and confuse all your customers with 17 different price ranges, and then try to explain the difference between them all. If it's a little Army man, it's only going to be printed in SLA. You quote them resin. And if it's something that's going to be used outdoor, you're going to use PETG or ASA, and you just quote that. And that's made it a lot easier to understand. And help the customer too. You give them as much information as is useful and helpful, but then also you can streamline that by just asking some direct questions that lets you understand the project a little bit better. And sometimes it's price related, and you need to ask them how it's been used or this or that, and you might be able to figure out how to get the pricing a little bit better for them. But anyways, I'm ranting a little bit. I'm just saying that I've got a real good handle on the business now. I need to do a video just straight up on tips, because some of those tips were pretty good, and it would be useful to just have that kind of in a video dump of just useful information. So that's on my mental list to create a video for that, and we'll have some more videos soon, guys. Anyways, it's been 20 minutes of me talking. Hopefully that was some bit interesting. Thanks if you made it to the end, and hopefully if you did make it to the end, post some star emojis in the comments for me. Give me a comment with 3-star emojis in the beginning, and I'll personally respond to it. I don't know, something. Just do it to show me that you actually watched to the end, and I would super appreciate it. And I'll be paying more attention to this. Come find me on TikTok, guys, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love all of you, and I hope you have a good day printing some stuff or learning new information. Peace.